Digitize and monetize with iEnt Live, the only platform that provides complete digital support for entertainers, promoters, businesses, and entrepreneurs. Leverage our one-stop digital ecosystem that will allow you to promote your music, sell albums, and host paid events, host webinars and sell courses, promote your concerts, sell tickets and live stream events, and market your business or project to generate new customer leads, traffic, and more. This is all supported by our homegrown AI-driven digital marketing infrastructure that has successfully served hundreds of clients around the world. To learn more, send us a message or call 765-4641.
Hi, good evening, and welcome to Bloodline podcast on iEnt Live. My guest this evening is Levi Myaz, composer, producer, musician. Levi, welcome. Good evening.
Thanks for having me, big brother.
Yeah, how are you doing? Yeah, how are you doing? Right?
Yes, and welcome to everyone. Thanks for having me, and welcome to everyone who's tuned in.
So let's start at the beginning. Tell me sort of about where were you born, a little bit about your family life and growing up.
I was born, first place I ever lived is Belmont, Waterman Road, opposite St. Francois Valley Girls. Alright, high school. Then we moved to Maraval, La Saiva. Then we moved to St. James, where I could say I more or less grew up, like, you know, going into the teenage years. And then we moved to Woodbrook, to where my mom grew up, and we're there since.
Okay. And brothers and sisters, any?
One brother, Tyler,
Tyler.
Younger brother, yeah, he's in Florida.
Okay. And where did you go to school?
I went to Trinity Junior School in Port of Spain, and then I went to Fatima College.
Okay. And while at school, what kind of hobbies you played? What did you do?
Growing up, initially I was always into sports, football mainly. You know, I played basketball, cricket, tennis as well. You know, more seriously tennis, but football mainly. And for a little while, when I was young, about around 8, 9, 10. I was singing a lot in a choir and thing in school. And my father encouraged me to enter a little talent show when I was about 10. Yeah, and then I forgot the lyrics in the talent show. But it was a rearrangement of We Are the World.
Okay.
Remember that song? Yeah, We Are the World. And it was a long song, so you had to rearrange it.
Yeah.
And I forgot the rearrangement. And then they gave me another chance because I was singing good. And they gave me another chance to do the same thing again. I say, like, I ain't ready for that. So I tell my father he's up on that music thing.
Yeah.
And I'll stick with my football because I'm good at that. You know?
So what eventually got you to get serious about the music? What influenced you?
My whole life, I guess, because it's not like I always had my eyes on that prize. It's like I was distracted with other things.
Yeah.
And around 1993, my mind just started to wander different places and ask more questions about life and becoming more conscious of my surroundings and life and my existence, and who I am. It led to a lot of questions and searching and wanting to express myself a lot more. And I was not a very talkative person. So I found my way to express myself within learning to write songs.
Right.
And then I wasn't really singing to say I was just started to write.
Yeah.
And I wrote my first song in October 93.
Yeah.
And my father passed away in December 93.
You can remember the name of that song?
Yeah. Because it's my first. avoiding the hurt.
Wow. Um, as the son of a music icon, what kind of challenges is face? A famous music icon, you're the son. What kind of challenges you face and that?
It's a blessing and a curse, as everything. Yeah. Because you have people who don't, what I say, not very high vibrational thinkers, so they tend to be very petty, and so a number of things could work against you when you're in them shoes there.
Yeah,
Especially in Trinidad, where
yeah,
people tend to be petty and they
yeah,
don't really like to see each other step up, and they're always trying to pull you down and discourage you and them kind of thing. In general, bad mind kind of issues is how to deal with in life.
yeah.
Yeah, but
That,
that's a
yeah,
challenge. That is a challenge, but I don't let that bother me at all. I used to when I was younger, but I don't let that stop me or hinder me or whatever.
right. Um, so your first song in 1993 that you wrote,
Yeah.
right? Um, tell me something about your first major release in 1996, 3 years afterwards. Time to Live Up.
Well, that's a little story in itself.
Yeah,
Because them days
yeah,
was uh, was was you didn't really have blank CDs yet, right? So you had no digital way of finding writing on instrumentals then. So all the songs was written in your head,
yeah.
right? Or on a guitar or piano or whatever, right? And
Mhm.
you have to remember your melodies if you don't write music, and,
Yeah,
right? And most of us is is just go with flow in terms of you go by ear, and carry it. You never really learn the theory, you
yeah,
know. So at that time, you had to go by DJs who have records, who have instrumentals on the flip side of the records,
yeah,
right? And you go through those records until you find a rhythm that could fit your song in your head.
yeah,
That's for reggae at least, right?
yeah,
Because that's what I really started off doing,
yeah. Uh,
and because I was more influenced by that for some reason, and even though I was influenced by all music because of my father, and exposed to all music. Reggae just always took to me, and I'm not closed off to other music. I just mainly do reggae music. I do
yeah.
other music as well, right? But
Hmm.
going back to the subject, yeah. So it's like so if I wrote a song, and generally I write what people would call conscious lyrics, right?
Yeah. Mm.
Positive, because I always had an intention to use my gift, which I didn't know I really had, right? Because I didn't really get a lot of guidance and like teachings or go to school or classes or anything for music. My father passed away when I started doing music,
Yeah.
and I was about to tell him, and I couldn't,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I asked him to be with me anyway. You understand? And guide me along the way. And
Yeah.
I knew in the days that because of how so much of like Napiaya, you know,
Mm.
people always say I look like him, and my teeth and my mouth and look
Yeah.
like, not everything, but certain
Yeah.
things, and I have a lot of. I figure like the road that he trod in music is like was a very independent, on your own. You get assistance here and there, but it was very on his own with his own dream and vision, and he went ahead and do that, and it was kind of out of the box as well, right? For being from Trinidad, and I fall in the same kind of thing in a different way, and I kind of knew that I would have had to struggle or fight my way through it because I'm out of the box. I'm doing something different. I did, in a lot of things, right?
Yeah.
And I was willing to take that challenge and go forth because it was just something unusual I was attempting to do, being from Trinidad and Tobago,
Yeah.
which is do authentic reggae music, right? Just like how it is done, where it is from, just like how Calypsonians from different parts of the world attempt to do calypso like authentic,
Trinidad, yeah.
right? So it's no different.
Right. So, but you said that so reggae was like your first love kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
But then you try your hand with your first soca, Music of My Land.
Yeah.
How Bubble.
Well, that was 2005.
Yeah.
And I don't want to leave out anything about the time to live up because it was a time, another part of that, right? It was a time when they didn't have anything called a Chini reggae artist or
Yeah.
airplay for local artists on the radio. We had one radio station that might play that. That was 19.9, right?
Yeah.
And now that so much time passed, and I could tell you this part of the story because I always like to give him his dues. Ian the Goose and the Go
Yeah.
heard that song Time to Live Up on a demo cassette and say, this is a nice song, right? I have a studio at home, come and record it properly,
Yeah.
right? And while we was doing that, one night, TV6 ended up come to interview him about some racial issues in club bass and club coconuts and them kind of thing.
Yeah.
And hear me singing this song, and I end up on TV6 News singing that song.
Wow.
Right? And in the studio, I end up on TV6 News and thing.
Yeah.
They hear the song and the content of the song. And then, who say, I want to give you a chance to hear yourself on the radio. I said, well, how you going to do that?
Yeah.
you can't play that. It's not even an official song. We just record on somebody else's rhythm from Jamaica. And
Yeah.
so it was a Luciano, and good instrumental. And he said, don't worry, I'm going to stick that in.
Yeah.
And he tell me, listen to the radio when you're playing at a certain time and thing. And that's the first time I hear myself on the radio alongside the Jamaican reggae, which they only used to play at that time.
Yes. Yes.
And that's the first time I realized that I could do this.
Yeah.
I could really do this. Guys sounding like they wouldn't know it was from Trinidad. That's what he telling me. He say you would never know this from Trinidad. If you listen to it. I'm not trying to sound like somebody else, I just doing it how I know to do it.
Yeah.
You understand? That at that time, if you was singing like a Chini at that time, they'll tell you not singing good.
Yeah.
You understand? But now is a different time.
Yeah. Yeah. True.
Yeah. But then we move on to Music of My Land.
Yeah.
Which was my first soca contribution, I would call it, because I'll be honest, it have soca songs I like, that calypso songs I like, but I am not to say a lover of carnival and
soca.
And I don't want to say I don't love soca, because I love certain soca songs, and I love certain calypso songs. You understand? It's just not my type of thing, the carnival culture,
I understand. Right? Yeah.
So I don't fight nobody for that.
Yeah.
Right? So, but I know it play a part of me now.
Yeah.
So I grew up listening to David Redder, Tambola, them, Sparrow, Stallion.
Yeah.
But being around them too. Seeing them record in studio.
Yeah.
Yes, all them things I see, I be around in the band, practicing rehearsal rooms everywhere, musicians. So it's still part of me, and I say, well, I want to make my contribution, but in my way.
Yeah.
And I thought that I would make a conscious soca.
Yeah.
Right? Not to say I originate that, That is just how I would do soca.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I just say I would do it and put it out there.
Yeah.
And it ended up playing.
Yeah.
On the radio and such. But they wasn't calling my name. They playing the song and I was not saying who sang the song.
Song, right, yeah.
And I was like, what kind of weird thing is this? And I know I kind of figured out after a while, like, why they doing that.
Yeah.
And I don't want to get into that whole part of the music thing and Trinidad.
Yeah.
And the mafia of it, or whatever you call it, right?
Yeah.
And I realized what they was trying to do me. Trying to kind of like squeeze me into coming to them. You understand?
Yeah.
Force me to come to them. And
Yeah.
see what we do.
Yeah.
Which I didn't want to do. I just wanted to put my thing and let go of any business.
What is your most memorable stage experience?
I would have to say Hawaii.
Hawaii.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because I got the opportunity to go there through Angel Magic Entertainment, which is a Trinidadian guy named Jonathan Mack, who lives in California and Hawaii, and he does shows out there since those days. And he used to bring all the reggae artists, everybody. Like, they had any other artist he could call in reggae, he didn't book already.
Yeah.
So, the biggest artist. And he took an interest in my career, wanted to manage me and promote me and things, and started to carry me to California and Hawaii to open for
Yeah.
people like Morgan Heritage, Gregory Isaac, Don Carlos, Morgan, Don Penn, Alpha Blondie, Anthony B, even Rupi. I opened for Rupi and all. Because he was promoting so far.
Who is your favorite reggae artist?
Favorite? That's a hard question to answer. But I have my influences and my favorites.
Yeah.
Yeah. But naturally, Bob Marley is a big influence.
Mm-hmm.
Within Spear. Dennis Brown and Garnet Silk, because of the timing of their music, are more related to me and my generation.
Yeah.
When I was young,
Yeah.
right, they had a great influence on how it shaped me as a singer. Right?
Yeah.
So Dennis Brown and Garnet Silk. At the time when I was learning the music and learning to write, learning to sing, it's there I was listening to a lot.
Yeah.
And for like writing ability, I would listen to a lot of Beres Hammond, and how he structured his lyrics and his words and sentences. You know?
Yeah. Okay, so we reach the part of the interview is a trivia section. I call it blood pressure.
Yeah.
I ask you a few questions and you make a choice on what I ask you, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so tambourine or Benny Ball?
Tambourine.
Tambourine. Kingfish or salmon?
Salmon.
Shark and bake or bacon buljol?
Yeah, Bulljohn.
Steel pulse or turwool?
Good will.
Turwool. Cinema or Netflix?
Netflix.
Tennis or football?
Football.
Instagram or Twitter?
Instagram.
Miami or Hawaii?
Hawaii. Hawaii.
Hawaii.
Yeah. Hawaii is a beautiful place.
Christmas or Carnival?
That is a trick question. For me, at least. So for most people, that's an easy question.
Yeah.
But for me, I guess what the season brings.
Yeah.
When it comes to family, people come together. Like me, I didn't see people for a long time. The December, Christmas season.
Okay. Reggae or Afrobeats?
Reggae.
Reggae. Okay, you see, you did very well. You answered all the questions beautifully.
Thank you.
NLCB doesn't want you to play with your life. NLCB wants you to be safe by following the 3 W's. Wear your mask, wash your hands, and watch your distance. Stay hydrated with Caribbean spring water, natural alkaline spring water from the Northern Range. Levi, you have a new release produced by Mikey Bennett. Tell me something about it.
Mikey Bennett, which one is this?
You have a new release coming out? Just released?
It was planned to be released and I held it back.
Okay.
So there's like promo teasers out there. Yeah, and I held it back through the whole
COVID.
Yeah. And then I was also planning an album Yeah, so I held that back as well. But too much holding back. So I have to move forward now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm trying to finish it and improve it while since we had the time. So
Yeah.
and get it out there to the universe and to the people as soon as I could. But the
Yeah.
song with Mikey Bennett, who is a great friend and mentor of mine,
Yeah.
a great human being.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a very good man
Yeah.
and great producer who has written hit songs for Barry Salmon and many people.
Yeah.
Um, the song is called Balance, and
Yeah.
uh, it's I would say it's one of the more songs that to my heart in
Yeah.
terms of it's a real authentic sounding reggae track.
Yeah.
Yeah, what we call steppers. It's
Yeah.
very well. The musicianship, the production, the song, the lyrics, everything. It's close to me, even though it might not be a commercially, like commercial song.
Yeah.
I value music differently, so that song is dear to me, and especially for where it came from Mikey.
Yeah.
So I soon to release it on my album. It's called
Okay.
Balance.
Balance. Okay. I'll be listening out for that, man.
Yes.
Yeah. What have been some of your more fruitful collaborations?
I've not collaborated a lot in my life, but I have few collaborations that all were meaningful to me and all did well.
Mm,
Uh, at Anthony B back in 2005, which came about from me being in California and Hawaii places.
yeah.
So I was opening for him, and he was outside of the venue waiting to come in for his time and was hearing me sing inside
Yeah.
and wanted to see who it was.
Yeah.
And coming back looking for me and asking who was performing a while ago and find me and then come and pick me up and say, yo, like what I was hearing and things. And then out of that, we ended up doing a song in the studio while he was in Bloodline.
California.
Yeah.
Mm,
And it was called Real King.
yeah.
But that is the only song that I have not written.
Yeah.
That he wrote and I sang. Yeah, with it.
You have any advice? I know it has been a challenging road for you, but you have advice for young composers, artists want to get into the business?
Of course,
Yeah.
everybody needs it. It's they always will say a wise man will always be a student.
Yeah. Hmm.
You understand?
Yeah.
So that is to say, be open to criticism, be open to don't be egotistical with your music in terms of I don't make a song thinking that I can please every ear in the world
Yeah.
because I know there are different people, different strokes for different folks,
Yeah.
right? So I make music for me to be satisfied with, and in turn, if I am satisfied with my product, right, I hope that there are ears that appreciate what I do, and there are ears that will appreciate what you do. Understand? If you do it well, and you do it with all of this, with the full 100,
Yeah.
and you stay driven but humble,
Yeah. I understand.
confident but humble. You understand? Ambitious but humble. You
Yeah.
understand?
Yeah.
Take always room for improvement, always room to be better as a person, as an artist, as a singer, as a musician, or whatever,
Yeah.
as a producer, and try to be as independent as possible, right? As life teaching us,
Yeah.
right? That we should be as independent as possible and try to own as much of your catalog as you could,
Yeah.
right? All these things I learned from my father.
Yeah.
Okay.
What has been your if you have any favorite your own compositions? What's your favorite? Which one you like the most? You love the most?
From my father?
No, from
My
you.
own. My own.
Yeah.
Um, you believe, right? Those songs probably not even recorded.
Right.
Because I have songs I've written that I always feel that need a certain specific touch or
Yeah.
flavor or feel or producer to do it.
Yeah.
Or right? And I ain't gonna do it unless I get to do it properly, that kind of
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
And that sounds like that. But out of the song that I've recorded,
Yeah.
I think that my new work,
Yeah.
which is which has been being recorded over the past few years and compiled because I'm trying to be independent and own my own album and own
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. And I don't have like I don't have any investor or big
Yeah.
financial backer. I get assistance from time to time to do my thing. Right?
Yeah.
And I've always taken my money and whatever I made and invested back in the music. And
Yeah.
it might not be the best financial thing to do, but it was what I felt I needed to do.
Yeah.
But now you have to be open minded as a musician and think about different streams of revenue and
Trinity.
realize that music mightn't do certain things for you at the moment.
Yeah.
And if you actually do those things, they can actually help you do more music
Mm-hmm.
and help you be more independent. You
Yeah.
understand? Yeah. So we're trying to balance it out. Yeah.
You think? Yeah. You think that the okay in the new normal and with COVID and the vaccination drive and all this kind of thing, you think that the safe zones that they're trying to establish would benefit artists?
No,
No. Why?
that's what I think.
What would the vaccination drive you think that would help artists?
No,
Neither.
no.
All right. What has COVID-19 taught you about yourself?
It kind of made me learn a bit more about myself in terms of how my body works,
Yeah.
my immune system,
Yeah. Yeah.
that be aware that we take a lot of things for granted. And,
Yeah.
we're not aware of a lot of things about our own selves.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we don't even understand how our own systems, functions work that was so precisely detailed in
Yeah.
function and
Yes,
in
okay.
function that
Mhm.
it had to be like the most, what we call it God. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. It had to be such an intelligent, supreme, intelligent creator that to make something like the immune system,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
really understand how it works,
Yeah.
then you wouldn't believe a lot of stuff that people tell you. But you will because you'll be aware of how things work. Right?
Yeah.
I just say that's know yourself. That's the best thing you could do. You know?
Yes.
Know yourself. They say ancient people say the same thing. Know thyself.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
know thyself. And then all the answers are inside of you.
Yeah.
That's
I
inside.
yeah. I just have one more question for you. Right? What's in the future for Levi Myaz?
What's in the future?
Yeah. What plans you have? What future plans you have for you?
Well, in my future plans, I see music, family,
Mm.
joy, togetherness,
Mhm.
happiness,
Yeah.
unity, awake, a sense of being awake, a sense of clarity, a sense of everything. I mean, I see a new world, I see a new earth that
Yeah.
I see in the future.
Yeah.
I see a world where without the low vibrational aspects. I see a more higher vibrating and gold. I see a gold vibrating at a higher frequency.
Okay.
I see a better future despite what we hear, see on the media.
Yes, understand it.
Yeah, that's what I see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Levi, well, I must thank you very much for being my guest this evening.
Yes.
Uh,
Thanks for having me.
Yes, the pleasure has been mine. You have been looking at Bloodline podcast on iEnt Live. My guest this evening has been Levi Myaz, composer, producer, musician. Remember to tune in next Friday at the same time when I present another of our creatives. Bloodline podcast on iEnt Live is sponsored by NLCB and Caribbean Springwater. Have a pleasant evening. Ciao.
Digitize and monetize with iEnt Live, the only platform that provides complete digital support for entertainers, promoters, businesses, and entrepreneurs. Leverage our one-stop digital ecosystem that will allow you to promote your music, sell albums, and host paid events, host webinars and sell courses, promote your concerts, sell tickets and live stream events, and market your business or project to generate new customer leads, traffic, and more. This is all supported by our homegrown AI-driven digital marketing infrastructure that has successfully served hundreds of clients around the world. To learn more, send us a message or call 765-4641.